In World of Tanks, one should avoid being too extreme. An overpowered or weak vehicle will cause frustration among players. That's why the new Astron Rex is a great example of how nothing is absolute. However, it does not mean that the vehicle has no secrets. In reality, it's a cold-blooded hunter, a prudent reaper, and a vehicle that does everything for its own gain. The Astron Rex reveals its main feature when in battle. Shell after shell, it keeps surprising enemies. And that's the very point. The tank might be mistaken for a luxurious supercar with its low aerodynamic silhouette, low-profile rollers, and narrow but elegant tracks. It looks pretty amazing. But in World of Tanks, something more is needed. Just like a supercar, the Astron Rex impresses with its speed. At full throttle, it can reach a top speed of 52 kilometers per hour. However, it accelerates as if it has pony power instead of horsepower, and that's no exaggeration. Its 450 horsepower engine is not so much given it weighs 32 tons. That's why you need to plan your maneuvers carefully. If enemies are going to flank you, start retreating in advance, at least 10 seconds in advance, to have some time and gain speed. Using equipment, consumables, skills, and perks will help boost this parameter. This is always a good idea. As for the rest of its dynamic characteristics, the Rex does not need improvement. It features one of the best hull traverse speeds among other Tier 8 medium tanks. You can zigzag or run rings around enemy vehicles. Just make sure to stay cool. The vehicle also has a good reverse speed. Together with perfect maneuverability, it helps dodge SPG fire and avoid taking damage after firing a shot. You can even train the sound detection perk to aid you. However, movement is not always the right choice. When in battle, you need to clearly understand what you are going to do after reaching a position. Basically, the Rex is not suitable for head-on clashes. The tank's armor is at its thickest around the gun mantlet. The hull armor is not so thick, however. Specifically in close and mid-range encounters where enemies can hit your commander's cupola easily. Play safe and remember, change position after making a shot. Keep moving and take advantage of terrain irregularities. The Astron Rex has an excellent gun depression angle of -10 degrees. This allows it to take advantage of irregular terrain. The armor on the lower and upper glacis plates is rather mediocre. Here's the lower plate, and here's the upper plate. Wait a second. No, it's the other way around. It seems that someone has mixed up the plates. But no, this is a trick, but not a call to action. Basically, the vehicle has armor, but don't rely on it too much. Make use of your concealment and view range instead. The vehicle has an average concealment. Use camouflage and the corresponding skills to improve it. The tank's silhouette is small, which means it can use bushes for cover. It also allows the Rex to be a passive scout. The tank is on par with other medium tanks in terms of spotting. It has a good view range that can be improved even further with skills, equipment, and consumables. However, make sure to use your slots effectively if the battle situation is not in your favor. Still, regardless of the situation, remember that the gun is the main advantage of the Astron Rex. It's not that accurate, but that can also be improved with equipment and skills. Basically, you should aim each shot carefully. Instead of shooting at enemies from afar, the tank prefers flanking them, circling solo enemies, and shooting first thanks to its good concealment. The main feature of the gun is its 5-round magazine. The damage per shot is 320 HP. The magazine cooldown is 34 seconds, which can be decreased to 29 seconds. The time between shots is 4 seconds? Well, that doesn't sound good, but is that really so?
Welcome to Malinovka, the livestock sheds area. Here and now, check out the longest DPM competition.
where our participants will compete by shooting at tin cans.
Brought to you by Tanks with a Magazine Reloading System. Tanks with magazines. You say a word, you get 5 in return. Meet our participants. The TVP VTU Concept, the Lanson C, the CS52 LIS, the Object 416, and the new Astron Rex.
The task is simple. Destroy the target vehicle in the shortest possible time, move to the next stage, and repeat the action.
The winner gets
Extra combat rations and the lifelong right to turn left from the right-hand lane.
After just a couple of shots, the Astron Rex is ahead. It benefits significantly from its 4-second cooldown between shots. Its damage per shot brings good results. And we're done here. The American has completed the first stage and is moving to the second target.
Now that's a little weasel. It's reloading the magazine while moving to the next target.
I believe we have a winner. Nice result.
But these are just numbers. This does not happen in battles.
Well, this cannot happen if you treat the Rex as a standard vehicle with a magazine, which it is not. It sets the pace of battle. Starting a battle in the vanguard, it takes its time before packing several punches in quick succession. It is ready to repel a flanking attack and deliver a counterattack to the enemy flanks. Will they be ready for it? Pedal to the metal while the clip reloads. Everything must be just perfect. The Rex is ready. So are the enemies, but the Rex knows what to do. 5 clear shots, and the flank is secured. The Allies are grateful, though they'll never admit it. But deep down, they know it. Just keep in mind that the Astron Rex is still a magazine vehicle, and it might face some difficulties. To avoid them, plan your maneuvers carefully. Switch positions and targets while reloading your clip. Don't act like a typical magazine vehicle. Don't unload the entire clip at once, and make sure that the enemy cannot count your shots. You might lose half of your HP, or even get sent back to the garage trying to cause as much damage as possible. The Astron Rex always keeps a cool head. It doesn't need to spend all the shells in the clip. Just make a couple of shots to shift the situation to your advantage. It will also prevent the enemy from charging you. The vehicle features atypical cooldown times, which confuses the enemies. They don't know for sure if you can shoot or not. You can start to reload, and the enemy will be none the wiser. So, be confident, bluff a bit, stay cool, and use your magazine to the fullest. You can potentially cause 1600 HP of damage with one clip, while staying relatively safe. The Astron Rex is a combat vehicle pursuing its prey. It's maneuverable and agile, which helps it defeat even the largest of beasts. It strikes first and doesn't hang around for the enemy to counterattack. Shoot or reload. The choice is yours. Let your enemies blow their minds and calculations. Tame the Astron Rex. Learn its essence. Unleash its inner beast. Good luck on the battlefield.